All right. Shalom, shalom. I want to say call Halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the Bible, of that book, man. All right, so I got this video here that I pulled offline, all right, online, whatever. You know, I pulled it offline from online. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna let this video play, and as this video plays, I'm gonna pause it and give my 2 cents on what this man is saying. All right, and if it be the Lord's will, we get into the scriptures. I bring some scriptures out, and that'll be the lesson. All right, so let's get into it. All right, let's play this video.
Fuck the whole United States of America, including me.
He said, F the whole United States, all right, of America. And that's what we say as true prophets of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, Abad Babal, which is Hebrew to death to America, man. So this man right here, he's saying F America, man. And we do the same as prophets. And that's what the Heavenly Father is saying as well. The Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Because he hates America, the US of A, all right, which is known as Babylon in the Bible, with a very great, vehement, and passionate hatred, man. And that's why he's going to bring destruction to it, man. All right, nuclear destruction to it, man. And this is what the true prophets and the true servants of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai have been prophesying, man. That Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to destroy this place, man, with nuclear destruction in this third world war. We've been prophesying the downfall and the destruction of America. All right, we've been telling you Abad Babal, death to America, letting you know that this place is going down and is going to be destroyed. And right now you see America, all right, the US of A, dying a very slow and painful death, man. If you don't live under a rock, you can see this place collapsing. You can see this place falling right before your eyes, man. And this is what we have been prophesying, all right, for years and years and years, letting you know that America is going to be destroyed. It's going to fall, die a painful and slow death, all right, and then out of nowhere, you're going to see these nuclear missiles come, man. All right, America is literally going to go out, is going to go with a bang, man. America is literally going to go out with a bang, man. A nuclear bang. All right, Abad Babal, death to America, like this man is saying. All right, and he captioned his own video. This was pulled off from TikTok. He captioned his own video, let it burn. And America is going to burn. This is what we have been prophesying, man. All right. The scriptures say that America shall be utterly burned with fire. All right, when you read Revelation 18, right? But anyway, let's keep this video playing, all right?
Fuck the whole United States of America, including me. Every day I wake up in this fucking country and I realize the only way to fix it is to burn this bitch to the ground.
That's right. That's right. All right. The Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, is going to avenge us, man. All right, by burning America down to the floor. Call Halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. See, we want what the Lord wants, which is for this place to burn. I'm talking about a very great burn, a very great fire, from New York to California, from North Dakota to Texas. This place, every inch of this place is going to burn with a very great and vehement fire. You know, that fire is going to burn with a great passion because the Spirit of the Lord is going to be within the fire that's going to burn this place, man. You know, what's funny is that, you know, not only the true prophets and the true servants of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai want to see this place destroyed, but now you got people outside of the truth like you see this man here, because they're waking up, man. They're starting to realize that they're in hell, that they're in captivity, man. See, only you brainwashed zombies, you coon Israelites, you coon Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans want to continue in this place, man, because you're so zombified and stupefied. You have been so brainwashed and destroyed mentally that you want to keep continuing living as a slave. You want to keep continuing living as a slave and loving your slave master, man. All right? What do the scriptures say? Let's keep reading it, man. Let's get the scriptures, right? Is Israel a homeborn slave? You know, because all throughout the course of history, all right, the Lord, all right, put you Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in captivity for your wickedness, man. But you niggas want to keep continuing being wicked and keep continuing being slaves and loving your enemy that's over you, man. You know? So let's get that, man. Well, let me type it in. Homeborn slave. Let's get it, man. This is Jeremiah 2. All right, Jeremiah 2:14. Is Israel a servant? Yeah, is Israel a servant? Because you niggas, y'all act like it. The Lord didn't create us to be servants, man. The Lord created us to be immortal, all right, rulers of this planet Earth. But the Lord is saying, is Israel servant? Because y'all being wicked, and it seems like y'all love going into captivity and staying that way, man. Right? Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Yeah. Israel being you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, man. All right? Is he a homeborn slave? It seems like you niggas love being slaves, man. You love being underneath the hand and foot of Esau, Edom. You just love the enemy that rules over you. All right? And you 2/3 are going to continue in that mindset, all right, until the nuclear missiles come. All right? Let's get back to this video, man. All right? Let's get back to this video.
Fuck the whole United States of America, including me. Every day I wake up in this fucking country and I realize the only way to fix it is to burn this bitch to the ground.
That's right, man, because, you know, that's the only way we're going to get out of here, man. That's the only way we're going to exit this captivity. You see, we can't free ourselves. We need Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. He has to free us and save us from this damn devil. And the way that he's going to do it is to burn this bitch, man. To burn America and take him down from the rulership of this planet Earth via nuclear destruction, man. You know? This is the only way, all right, that we are going to escape this captivity, is to burn this bitch. And that's exactly how the Lord is going to do it, to save us, man. To bring us up out of this hellhole that we're living in. You know? And we're going to, and you're probably asking yourself, well, ain't you going to burn too? No, the elect, you know, Lord willing, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Ratazah, I am of the elect. All right, we're going to be saved by the chariots, man. All right, while everyone is getting burnt up and swallowed by nuclear fire, the elect is going to get beamed up into the chariots. All right, to escape that nuclear fire, the chariots being what this world, this current age, calls a so-called UFO. All right, unidentified flying objects. But to the elect, the true prophets and the true servants of the Lord and the elect, all right, they are IFOs. We know what they are. That's our salvation. They're known as chariots in the Bible. They're known as whirlwinds, clouds, pillars of fire in the scriptures. What do you think the slaves meant when they sung Sweet Low Swing Chariot? Come and carry us home to the river Jordan. You know, roughly paraphrasing a song. You know? The chariots is what's going to swing low, which are the what this world calls the so-called UFO, and they're going to bring us back to the river Jordan, which is in Israel, man. You know? Let's get to it.
This fucking country, and I realized the only way to
The
fix
scriptures say that they're going to be amazed by the strangeness of our salvation, because it's going to be a strange thing. It's going to be something written. It's going to be something like, you know, that's read or has been written inside of a sci-fi movie or book. It's going to be so strange, man. Like the scriptures say, they shall be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation, so far beyond anything that they have ever hoped for. All right, because it's going to be our salvation is going to be so far out there, man. It's something that the minds of these people can't fathom. They're going to see they're going to see us getting beamed up. Something that they thought they'll never ever see in a quadrillion, bazillion, manillion years, man. All right, people getting beamed up by what this current age calls a so-called UFO. It's gonna be something crazy, man. Matter of fact, let's get that. All right, let's get that, yo. You know, and the scriptures also say, as birds flying. Man, let's get that too. We're gonna get all that, right? Let's get Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, was it 5? I'll start at verse 1. But I'll get straight to the point, right? It says, yeah, I just start at verse 1. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness. The righteous man talking about the elect, all right? And that's what we do on the highways and hedges. All right, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Ratazah, I am of the elect. All right, that's what we do as you know, we hope to be those righteous men, right? I'm trying to be humble with it. Lord willing, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, I am of the elect. All right, the righteous men are talking about the elect prophets. All right, they stand in great boldness when they're out on the highways and hedges teaching, man. All right, we're bold with what we say, just like in the book of Daniel. When you read about Medrak, Abednego, and I forgot the other one, the other one's name. All right, but it was 3 of them. All right, they said that we are not careful to answer you in this matter, and that's how we are. We are bold in this truth, man. We're not here to be politically correct. We're letting Esau know to his damn face, man. He's going into slavery. He's coming down from the rulership of this planet Earth. He's going into shackles. He's going into chains. This place is going to burn. You know? All right? It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him. Yeah, we're standing in great boldness before the ones that have afflicted us, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. We're standing in great boldness before his face, man. Letting him know that he's going down. He's going into chains and shackles. His empire, his rulership is falling and crumbling. It's over for him. Right? It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no count of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Yeah. All right. When they see the true prophets and the servants of the Lord being risen up in these last days prophesying. All right. They're going to be in great fear. They are in great fear right now. Whether you like it or not, believe it or not, man, the elites are trembling in their boots Because they see that prophecy is being fulfilled, that Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai has risen back up the prophets in these last days. The prophets of Israel. The prophets are old, are back today. And they're here to lay the smack down. Straight up. The power of the Lord is too powerful, man. You know? The Lord said he shall raise it up in the last day. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Whew, I'm in the spirit. Ready? It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. The elites, all right? The satanic Illuminati, Jewish elite banking families, they are in great fear. They know that because they know that their time is short. Now that the prophets are out here prophesying their downfall and their destruction, all right? They now know that their time is short. And that's why it says in Revelation 12:12, all right, that he shall come down with great wrath. All right, because Edom knows that his rulership is coming to an end. So now what he's doing is he's trying to take as many Israelites out with him, man. But he know he can't take out the elect. All right, and this goes hand in hand with Revelation 11 as well. Ready? Let's get it. All right, Revelation 11:11. No, I think 11 and is it 11:11? Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, entered into them. Yeah. All right. This wisdom, this truth, this knowledge, right, of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai's word, right? It says, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Yeah, they seen the prophets risen up in these last days. Because they know the prophecies, man. They know who we are. The elites know that we are the true Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And they know the prophecy, man, that the Lord is going to raise up the prophets in the last days to prophesy the downfall and the destruction of their kingdom. They know they have to go into shackles and in chains, man. So that's why they are in great fear. Right? And this also goes hand in hand with Ezekiel 37. All right? And upon their feet stood an exceeding great army. That's a powerful chapter, man. You know? That's a beautiful script. You know, which is talking about the elect being risen up in these last days. Amos 9, right? All right. So it says, let's get to the point. Let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon, right? 5, you know. Going into the strangeness of our salvation, right? It says, verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Yeah. All right. Going back into that our salvation, like I was saying, because when these nuclear missiles are hitting, all right, we going to be saved in a very strange way while everyone is getting burnt up and swallowed and turned into dust and mist, all right, by this nuclear destruction. All right, the rest of the people are going to see us getting beamed up, man. They going to see us getting beamed up into chariots with this current world calls the so-called UFO. All right, but they're IFOs to us. We know what they are. That's our salvation, man. All right, and it says they shall be amazed at the strange, because it's going to be a very strange thing, something out of a sci-fi book or a sci-fi movie, right? They're going to think people are going to think they're literally being invaded by aliens, man. You know? And that they're getting beamed up by aliens, man. To get abducted, you know? It says so far beyond all that they look for. Yeah, it's going to be so far beyond your mind ever could imagine, man. You know? Verse 3, it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit. You know what? I haven't gone into this chapter in a minute, man. I might do a lesson on this, you know? Well, I'm kind of doing one right now, you know? But I want to get into it, you know? It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves. Yeah, because they're going to see and realize, listen, they about to get burnt up. They about to be destroyed. So while they see the elect getting beamed up and saved to escape the nuclear destruction, they're gonna be here on the ground. You know, like damn, we about to get fucked up. We about to get burnt alive by nuclear destruction. That's why it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. Yeah, because all the people that scoffed us, right? All the people that scoffed and mocked and scorned the true prophets of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, right? You laughed at us, you mocked us, you made fun of us when we're teaching and prophesying the truth, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You mocked and scorned and scoffed, right? So you're going to be saying, like it says right here, you're going to be saying within themselves, this was he. Yeah, the same people you mocked and made fun of, right? You're going to be like, this him, the man that I made fun of and mocked and scorned and laughed at, this man here, he's a prophet of the Lord. You're going to be so ashamed, right? You're going to be so ashamed, right? Because you never thought in 1,000 years that we could have been the true prophets of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because we just looked at like regular niggas to you, man. Right? Niggas in regular clothes, right? You see us every day. You might see us go to the store, right? Coming out of work, right? Oh, man. Right? It says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools counted his life as madness. Yeah. We fools counted his life madness. Yeah. You thought we was crazy, right? Because we was telling you that nuclear missiles are coming. America's going to be destroyed. Esau, Edom, and these other nations are going into slavery. Right? It says, we fools counted his life as madness. Yeah, because y'all look at us like we crazy, man. Out on the highways and hedges preaching the downfall and the destruction of America. Letting you know that the MOTB, the mark of the beast, which is the microchip, is coming. You know, letting you know that it's going to be made mandatory that the microchip is coming. Letting you know all these things, man. And you looked at us like we was crazy, bugged out. You counted our life as madness, right? We fools counted his life madness and his end to be without honor. But we are going to get that honor in the end. That honor, that fame, you know, in the end. And it's not going to be a vainglory and fame. All right? We're not looking for vainglory and fame. The Lord going to give us that in due time. All right? But Yahweh, you know, Yahweh Shai gets his first, man. He gets his honor, his glory, his fame first. You know? We're not looking for no vainglory fame. We don't want to be famous, this worldly fame, man. If any type of fame we want is to be true prophets and servants of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, because we were out here preaching this word, man. You know? It says, we fools counted his life madness and his end to be without honor. Yeah, all right? You thought, you know, that we was just some niggas, right? That's going to die without honor, right? That we was not going to get no respect in the end, all right? Lord willing, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Ratazah, I am of the elect, man. Lord willing. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Ratazah. You know? It says, how is he numbered among the children of the Most High? Yeah, because this is all this, y'all, they going to be saying to themselves, right? We had this man in derision, and as a reproach, we counted his life as madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among the saints? That's what they're going to be saying to themselves, right? It's going to be people that you least ever imagine to be the prophets and the true prophets and the servants of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You know? Verse 6, therefore have we erred from the way of truth. Yeah, that they're going to be saying that to themselves. And the light of righteousness has not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. Right? Let's go back to this video, man. All right? Let's go back to this video.
Fuck the whole United States of America, including me. Every day I wake up in this fucking country and I realize the only way to fix it is to burn this bitch to the ground. I have no confidence in politicians, elections.
No, you're not supposed to have confidence in politicians, right? What do the scriptures say? Man, hold on, let me get it. Roughly paraphrasing, the scriptures say, damn, I forgot where it's at. I think it's in Isaiah. Isaiah 30 it might be. Let me try. All right, where the scriptures say, woe unto them that has put their faith in Egypt, or their trust in Egypt, man, which is America. You got to be stupid as hell to have faith or trust in this place you call America, man. This place is Babylon that the Bible speaks of, man. Babylon the great daughter of Babylon, mystery Babylon, right? So let's get it. I think it's Isaiah. It's either Isaiah or Ezekiel. All right. Let's get it. Yeah, all right. So this is Isaiah 30. All right, I'll start at verse 1. I think it's also in 31 as well. Let me see real quick. All right, yeah, I'm going to grab this one. All right, Isaiah 31. All right, as you see, the subheading, the title of this chapter says, help not in Egypt, but in the Most High. Yeah, Egypt being America, because in the Bible, America is also known as Egypt. When you go to Revelation, the 11th chapter, all right, America is known as spiritual Egypt. All right. So it says, help not in Egypt. Yeah, America is not going to help you Israelites, man. This system was created to keep you at the bottom of society forever. We came over here on slave ships, dog. Did you forget how we came over here on slave ships? Right? Did you think that all of a sudden Edom had to change your heart? That he suddenly loves you niggas now? We came over here on slave ships. They created a society for us to stay slaves and be at the bottom. Right? So the Lord is telling you Israelites, let's read it, all right? Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Yeah. You have trust in this place. You use America for help, man. Right? You think these politicians, right, are going to help you, whether, you know, they're Democrats or Republicans. You think these mayors or these governors are going to help you, these Senate, you know, people in the Senate House, right? These presidents, you think they're for you, man. You put your trust in the devil, man. All right? It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. Yet he also is wise, and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of evildoers, and against the help of them that work iniquity. All right. Now, hold on a sec. Let me get the I think it says right here, it says Isaiah 30:1. All right, let me go back a chapter. It says, woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. All right, that walk to go down to Egypt, which is America, right? You try to find help in this place, right? Comfort in this place, but the Lord said to depart, for this place is polluted, right? It says that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. Yeah, All right, Egypt, America, man. All right, it says, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, America. You trust in a lot of you coon niggas, right? You Sambo coon niggas and you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You coon Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Y'all trust in this place, America. You trust in your enemy. You trust in this damn devil. Esau, Edom, so-called white man. You trust in this system, right? It says, that want to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth. All right, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. All right, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. Yeah, because you trust in this place. You thought this place was for you, right? You're one with this place. You partake in the wickedness of this place, right? Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. That's right. You know, only you coon niggas and Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all trust in this place, man. Y'all trust in this system that was meant to destroy you, man. Right? Come on, man. But it looks like this man is you know, he's halfway woken up, man. See, you don't really know the truth, right? Until you find out that you're an Israelite. And until you find out that Esau, Edom, a so-called white man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of, then you woken up. Once you realize and know that and have faith in that and believe in that. But even that, that doesn't even make you the elect, right? Knowing that you're an Israelite doesn't make you the elect, you know? But what I'm saying is that, you know, until you know that you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, are the true Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of, right? You're not woken until you understand that. You're still fast asleep until you know this, man, right?
It is to burn this bitch to the ground. I have no confidence in politicians, elections. It's all an illusion.
That is exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. All right, it's all an illusion. It's all a stage, right? Everything's an illusion to keep you distracted, all right, from what the elites are trying to do, which is to bring forth a new world order, to keep you enslaved, to enslave this entire earth. You know, even the food is an illusion, man. Because it's all poison and chemicals. That's exactly literally what it is. And it's to keep you sleep, zombified and stupefied, so you don't know what's going on. That's why they give you the sports, the beer, right? Partying and the music they give you, right? People have no idea what's going on, man.
Of something better that never is gonna come. We are slaves to a system that fucking hates us and despises us.
Yeah. Yep. Yes. 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 See, he's seeing it, man. He just gotta come to this word. Right? He just gotta come to the prophets, right? So we could all connect it and make sense for him, right? Because even us, before we came into this truth, most of us, that are in this truth and woke up to the truth, that are now prophets and servants of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, even before we came to this truth, we knew a little something. And all we needed was the prophets to connect it all for us, right? So some people are at third base, all right, on their way home, right? And the prophets are there to help them on their way home, which is this truth right here, right? To help them slide to home base, man. Because a lot of people do know what's going on. Our people do know what's going on, but right? It will only all make sense until, it will only all make sense when the prophets teach them, right? Connect the dots, why all this is happening, why it's going on, and because before I came to the truth, I knew about the Illuminati and all this bullshit, everything's fake, being illusion. I knew all that already, and then I came into this truth, and that's why it helps you connect easier into this truth, when you already know, what I'm saying?
as humans have a God-given right to live happy, prosperous lives, free from control. This is hell, and we should let this motherfucker burn.
You see, you know, that's exactly what it is. It's hell. We're living in hell right now. And the Lord, that's the good news, man. That's why the gospel, all right, the Bible, the word of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is known as the gospel. The word gospel comes from the Greek word euangelion, which means good news. And that's the good news, that the Lord is coming to save us out of this hell that we're living in. The hell that we're living in under the hand and foot of Esau Edom. That's the good news. This is what we're preaching unto you, man. That the Lord is getting ready to make us kings and gods and rulers of this planet Earth once again. And this time is going to be forever. We're going to rule with our own Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai. We have a better world to come. But you got to come back to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai and serve him. And call upon Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Beg for salvation, wisdom, knowledge, understanding. You know? You got to come back to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. And serve him. Or else you're going to get caught up in this nuclear destruction. And you will not receive the next world to come. You will not be saved out of this hellhole that you're living in. You're going to live in hell and you're going to die by nuclear destruction. All right? So I'll leave it at that, man. All right? I'll leave it at that. Lord willing, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Ratazad, this lesson is or was edifying. All right? So with that being said, until the next one, shalom, shalom.